So where are we getting off?
We're getting on X ride.
How are we going, guys? Welcome to yet another video. I didn't think I actually had the chance to do this one, but it seems to be possible. So I just landed here. We have a 7 hours layover. So I thought, well, before we sit around here and wait all day to do that, well, why don't we just go outside and have a look-see? You know, the benefit of having a passport that allows you to go everywhere, and one of these guys comes really handy. So I know sometimes people get a little bit concerned soon you arrive. It's like, oh yeah, I hope you leave. I think that's a little bit rude. It's very uncalled for. So please, that's not necessary. If people pay their money and they come all the way, just try and, treat them the way they treat your country and your people. So anyway, enough of that. So we're gonna go out this way, catch the trains, and then go into the city. Welcome to Singapore. This is our third country, apart from Australia. We're just coming from Malaysia. So this is the fourth country that we're gonna be having on our vlogs. And this is what's happening. We try and catch public transport always because it just makes it a lot easier for us. So I've got Lena here behind me, my partner in crime. And let's go and have a look-see. Let's go and have a look-see. So that's the first impression of the metro, and it's just gone 5 o'clock over here in the evening. We try and find the one that takes us into the city center. As always, we got to figure it out and also buy a ticket. That's a must. Or money that's left, we'll just change it into a few Singapore dollars. So we can only get one meal for it. But as you know, this place is a lot more expensive than Malaysia. But the feel of it just is kind of similar. But anyway, we'll see what happens over there. I need to do a change, yes. But from which station for us? So we had to ask the locals and how to get out. But yeah, we're gonna go down there. First order of the day, we wanna go out to this garden. So that they've got this really beautiful waterfall. I mean, you probably see it in other YouTube videos, but I want to go out there and check that out. But also, we can go for a bit of a walk around the waterfront. If you got like an Australian passport or a New Zealand passport, I've been here several times, not as a vlogger, but it's quite easy to just get around. It's not that hard. We can try the Visa pass. Usually Visa is always handy. So yes, they have Visa pass. So let's try that. Just like Malaysia, use your Visa pass and you're good to go. So that was a very straightforward to get through your payment to use the transport. And I also suggest you tap on the same card so that the charges would be even. Otherwise, you can't use another card to pay. Metros just arrived, very quiet, absolutely quiet. If I didn't pay attention, I wouldn't even know that came. This enclosed doors, this is the first place I've seen this. And this was going back just before COVID when we came out here. So that was quite interesting. We went to Thailand. I don't want to be talking through it. So that was just one stop for us to get off. That is super warm out here. Let's have a look, see what the weather is, how hot it is. Hang on. So apparently it's 27 degrees here. So it's pretty warm. We change platform and try and go to the city center. I know we were going to come to Singapore at some point, but it happens to present itself, so we just take it and just go and have a look-see and enjoy all of that stuff. So I've got nowhere to put my bag. I have to carry it around. But my other small duffel bag, I'm only going to be able to access that in Melbourne. But at least with this one, I've got to change of clothes just in case something happened to my bag. At least I got something. Because when we arrived in Malaysia, my bag did not arrive in time. So I had to go back to the airport to get it. And that was it was a little bit stressful, but we were able to overcome those challenges. So luckily there's a man there saying trains to the city are downstairs. So nothing to sweat. A little bit hectic down here, but certainly cooler. What's up? How many stops?
Many, count 'em all.
If you hate walking, this is the city for you. I only choose to use it because, yeah, at the moment, my feet is gonna ache by the time I get out there and start the vlog. We just made it called Garden by the Bay. So that's where famous Marina Bay. When I came here in 2008, the land was still getting reclaimed. But this is where we wanted to come out and have a look. But as you can see, it's already dark. So time is really not on our side, given the time that we had to come out here and find this place. But the whole process of catching the public transport to get here is not that hard. It's very easy. I just better get rid of this. This is off my bag. I better get rid of it because over here, littering or just dropping anything anywhere, it's illegal. And you can't chew gum either. No gum at all. But this is our first impression with our camera. You know, we've never been out here vlogging. What was that called again?
Marina Sands Hotel.
Marina Sands Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But it's very nice. It is very pretty. Oh, by the way,
Not detouring off.
the place closed at, they take admission, I think the latest is 8:30. And yeah, we're probably a little bit, no, we will make it. It's not 8 o'clock yet, so we will make it. So that's good to know we will make it and get it in our vlog. Let's go out and do that, and after we can come back and get some food here. All right, let's do this. So this building is actually quite impressive. Look at that, absolutely impressive. Massive air, so it's an indoor garden. Absolutely super warm. So I better watch out that I don't get run over. These guys, they don't have any horns and they're just going around. But it looks like the whole bay, this is all included in it. But I think we're interested to see what's in here. Let's go and have a look-see. Hello. No, I haven't got a ticket. Upstairs? All right. By the looks of it, we need to go upstairs to get a ticket. I thought you can just rock on and come in and just go in there. It looks like the Jurassic Park in there. Yeah. Jurassic World, that's what it's called. So you want to go in there and have a look as well. And I like those thingies that look like Pandora in Avatar. Very interesting looking. There, those thingies. I think we want to have a look at those. Those are very interesting. And then if there's still time, we'll go and have a look at the other ones. That's already caught our eyes. And I think it's one of the reasons why we came here. Absolutely beautiful. It's always amazing when you look at something or you see it on TV or you see it on somebody else's vlog. You know, it's always amazing when you actually make it there yourself and start seeing it right in front of you. It's really great. I don't know whether we need to pay for that, but we'll soon find out. There's always one way to find out. And my backpack is killing me, by the way. I've been carrying it around, and I just wish there was only the laptop inside it. but I've got to change the clothes in there. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot where I need to change my shirt. So we want to keep the themes of the video the same and not change it. Hey, how you going?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, very good. No, I don't. I just got off the flight.
Oh, okay. So over here we have 10 page over there.
And then 10 over
so
there?
if you decide to enter the event, you can buy tickets over there. But on our end,
Yeah.
this is our attraction.
Okay.
It's a suspension bridge.
Okay.
It's separate from the event, but ours
Yeah.
is $14 per person.
I just want to explore the
Event?
No, not the event. The actual,
The Supertree.
yeah.
Oh, the bad news is the Supertrees
It's
inside
in
the event.
So, and
Correct.
that's where I need to get a ticket for
Yes,
that.
right over there.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. You still have to get a ticket. So we sort that out and we go in there. It looks like you can't get away from paying, which is okay. I don't mind doing it. Yeah?
Live stream.
Not live stream, vlog. Vlog.
It's $11.
$11?
So the next live show, 8:45.
8:45?
Yeah, this is first show finish.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
live show, 8:45.
8:45, thank you. So we're not late. All right, thank you.
Now you look better as the sky gets darker.
That's correct.
Okay.
Oh, it looks better when the sky is getting darker. Okay, that's good then. It's good to know. So you reckon it gets better when the sky is getting darker? So that didn't go according to plan because that, if we have to get the ticket, we need to wait an hour and then the whole thing goes for an hour. And as much as we try to explain, we just want to go in there and do the viewing. That's not going to happen, unfortunately. So it will be pointless buying the ticket and then where we can't actually enjoy all of that. But from what I can see, for what we come to see, we can see that from the outside. Yes, we might not be able to go on the bridge, but for some of it, we can see from here. So let's walk along here where there's lighting, and then we can have a look-see. This place is alive. It's almost like being in Wakanda, real-life jungle. You Malaysians, you got me good. That's the city right here. And you see behind me here, right up there, that's a jungle. It's a rainforest. In one of my videos, people are saying that high-rises are basically not in the city. It's fake, that it was AI. You hang stuff on the tourists and tell them whatever they film is AI. But I know now, I'm onto you guys, so you can't tell me this jungle here, or should I say this inner city display, is AI. This is not AI. This is certainly not AI. To be quite honest, this is what we came to have a look at on this part of it. The lights aren't on these ones, but as you can see from the other side, we caught that day. We'll try and walk on the waterfront and see what we get. So you get the gist of that. That's why we're here, for that. So to be quite honest, unless you want to see the internal gardens, which is the Jurassic Garden, which we would have gone inside, but it looks like, we're not going to have enough time to do it. And if you're only looking at exploring that part of the display, it's not going to cost you anything. I don't usually film at night, but on this occasion, we have no choice. We film at night. And the other thing I've also noticed that there's some either mosquitoes or some insect that bite. So if you are from Singapore, let me know what are those things that are biting me or try to bite me. So we are heading the wrong way, away from the Marina Bay where we want to go next. But we need to actually head over this way. So that's the taxi stand. But if we keep going the way we were going, we're just going away from everything. All right, let's have a look whether we can have a view from there. Let's have a look. Everyone's going there, so we go and have a look. It's very cool. What's up here? Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. Wow. This is the event that they got in there. We can't go in there. So I'm filming in low light I can't zoom in. But I'll change it over and just see if we can do that. So that's what's happening there. And the reason why they're charging for the entrance is because of obviously the show that they've got going, the Christmas show. But for us, I mean, we were only here for the trees and we have that experience. So I think I'm quite happy with that. So let's go and have a look at the waterfront, end of it. And as you can see, a lot of people haven't paid and they are here and enjoying it for free. So even if you wanted to watch the show, you can watch the show up here. It's just not close up. So I'm not the only one that's having a free one. It's certainly Christmas, you know that, when you see all the lights everywhere. So we are gonna go out that way. We need to head back that way. So we technically got another 1 hour before we have to start heading over to the airport. So don't spend 7 hours at the airport and just doing nothing. I mean, get out of the airport if you can. And for us, I suppose just being able to find here because we have to figure it out ourselves. So it just took a little bit longer than we expected. But otherwise, if you allow yourself, if you're more than 5 hours, if you allow yourself like about 2 hours, you should be able to come out and do this, definitely. But for me, I think I just want to see the waterfront end of it, and then after that, and get some food. Yeah, we need to go that way. That waterfall inside it, I believe I can find an image of it that you can see. But there's like a giant waterfall in there. So that's very, very beautiful. And there's another one on that side over here. You know, there's another one up there. So they've got a viewing point over here. Look at that. So everything else, we'll leave it for another time when we come out here to visit, where we got plenty of time to go and explore and see what Singapore has to offer. And also just, you know, generally just stay for, you know, for a week. So that's definitely coming. Look at this guy. Very nice artwork. Look at the size of him. Massive. Massive, massive, massive. All right. We leave the lions of Wakanda alone. We do not want to upset the gods of Wakanda. Let's walk this way and have a look what else we can find down here. Man, look at that. Look at that structure. Absolutely beautiful. And they got a nice little restaurant down there. Let me just come closer. I mean, if you're staying in the city, this would be a nice place to come out and have a dinner and enjoy yourself. I better put the vlog over here, away from my forehead. Otherwise, that's all you're gonna get. I just wish we could have gone all the way over there and explore all of that. That's why they always say, sometimes all you need is just time. And this is one of those occasions. All I need is just time. And yeah, that's not gonna happen today. So we'll sign off here. Behind us is the San Marina Bay Hotel right there. Behind us, it's got a giant, massive, what do you call it? One of the biggest infinity pools that you can find. So they got it up there. So hopefully someday I'll be lucky enough to stay there. But for now, dreams are free. You know, so we'll just end the video here. And because of the time factor, we'll just go home and see our kids. It's been a whole week of us just being away from them. And well, they're not kids anymore, they're adults. So, but either way, I'm sure they missed us, so we miss them as well. If you're new to my channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And I will certainly see you on the next one.